Groundhog Day. So are we going to have early spring? I think that's what they said this morning. All right, let me get set up here. We'll get rolling again. We're going to do a bunny. I'm so excited about the bunny. Let's see. Turn down my volume. All right, my ring light here that I use for other filming is in the way, but just ignore that. Okay, you guys. Happy Groundhog Day. Just saying, happy Groundhog Day. When you jump on, say hi, tell me where you're watching from. Just about got the studio already, no longer in my kitchen. I'm so glad. That is such a mess to be out there, and then you got to make dinner, and what do? You got stuff everywhere. So yeah, we've been working here. My granddaughter's been helping me. She's a great help. And so we're going to start just pushing through all these spring designs. This is the first one. Look at this bunny. You guys, you see these all the time in Home Goods and Marshalls, TJ Maxx. This one was from Home Goods. He's so cute. This is my personal bunny we're going to do today because I'm planning my front porch for Easter and spring. So this is what we're going to do today. Let's see if this is working. Hi, Frenchie. Yay, Frenchie's on. Now, I love this bunny. He's cute. He's about, what, 3 feet tall, I guess. Just really good size. And the basket, but I do get a lot of questions about these because people see them and this part scares them. Like, this doesn't have a drain hole, so you'd have to try to drill a hole if you wanted to put a live plant in. And I'm horrible, well, maybe because running gets so hot in the summer, although this is spring. We do get some toasty days in the spring, but I always worry about killing the plants. I'm horrible with real plants, you guys. Maybe that's why I do so many faux silk arrangements, because I kill real plants. I'm terrible. Now, if they're in my garden, in my landscaping, and they're on drip and stuff, I'm good, because I don't forget to water them, because the drip does it. But anything that needs hand watering, I just get too busy. Anybody else do that? Do you kill the plants because you forget to water them? So I try to stick with things like this that I can do faux in, but use really good quality flowers so it still looks real. So let's see, are these coming up now? Can everybody hear me okay? Trying to get this to work. There we go. Comments should come up now. Okay. So we're going to make one of these because people do ask me all the time, what do I build in here? What do I do with this? So I want to show you guys. So easy. And the way I do it, I got to fill my stemming machine real quick while we're just waiting for people to jump on and talking. What I like about this, like I put foam in it, the hard styrofoam, not the soft Oasis one, but this really hard, crunchy one. But I just wedge it down in. So when I go to store this, after the season, I can take the arrangement out. Reading is really warm in the summer, and if I store a lot of them outside, some of them even in just the heat, they'll turn colors. So like whites will tend to yellow, etc. So I try to pop the arrangement out, put it in a bag, and I have a lot of shelves up in my closets where these little arrangements go. So, and you could change it. You get tired of it. If it's a nondescript statue that's not like this is spring or Easter, you could change the arrangement with the season. So, let's see. Yes, Kathy, Oasis is for fresh, but a lot of people use it because it's a little bit cheaper. But I tell you why, there's a couple reasons I don't like using it for artificial flowers. And I've done it before in a pinch. I'm like, oh, I got some Oasis, let me use that. It's the kind that's kind of powdery. It feels powdery and it's not dense like this. But the reason it's more porous is because you soak it in water before you put your fresh flowers in it. But it is cheap, and a lot of people use it, but you cannot glue it into any container. Glue does not stick to it. Stickum does not stick to it. And I just don't like using it. I like this because it's firm and the stems are not going to move in it. Now you can put glue on your stems and stick it in the Oasis. I wish I had a block. I don't have any right now. And that will help it stay firmer, but it'll still wiggle, I think. Yeah, you can't use this. You can't use the hard foam for fresh flowers at all. You have to use Oasis. But yeah, I'm with you. I cannot, a lot of people use it for artificial, but it's just not my gig. So, anyway, so I just shoved that in there. I push, push, push. It's not all the way on the bottom, which I don't want it all the way on the bottom. The lower you go in your container, the taller the stems need to be to reach down to that foam. So mine's about halfway. I don't want to hit my ceiling fan, but you can see right there, it's not all the way to the bottom. So anyway, we're going to do that. Let me load this up because I do use my stemming machine. Now, if you don't have a stemming machine, you can use the wood picks. Do I have any sitting here? I rarely use them because I have my stemming machine, but I'll have to show you what they look like. And I may not have one handy. And I'll see if I can find one for the end. I think they're over on my supply table over there. But with these, as I load them, they have little teeth that once you put it in, it grabs the foam and it doesn't back out. So love, love, love the stemming machine. They're a little pricey, but if you get into flowers, you guys, this will be your best friend. So let me load this puppy up really quick. By the way, I set mine in my stemming machine before I break that band that's around them. Otherwise, you may play pick up. These little things fly in a million directions, and it takes you forever to get them all picked back up. So leave the little plastic band on until you set it into the machine. Do yourself a favor. Okay. Should have done this earlier. I'm like, oh, I forgot to put picks in there. So it's called a stemming machine. Does anybody else call it a picking machine? I always call it a picking machine, so, okay. And then this little guy is a weight that pushes them down, keeps the tension on them. Okay, so that's how quickly that happens. Put that away. All right, let's see. Hi, Rita. Yay. Rita, you set an alarm. I'm so impressed. I should have set an alarm this morning. I slept a little late, and then we were running around. I'm like, oh, what time is it? We got to get back. And it is pouring here right now, you guys. Look, I'm picking my glue off of my mat. But it is pouring. I mean, I can hear it outside. It is like downpour right now. But we need the rain, so. But we were running around. We had to run an errand this morning, and I'm like, ah, we got to get back. I got to get back. It's time, it's time, it's time. So we're here, and we're ready to go. Okay, so what we're going to do with this big guy, love it, love it. Now, I'm going to add some Easter eggs, okay? So these are these Easter eggs that, oh, you're at work. Rita, I'm so excited that you get to watch from work. That's awesome. Okay, so we're going to add these. These I get in a pack. Let me show you the original container. From Home Goods. Have you guys seen these eggs that come from Home Goods? So these I bought after the season. Sometimes you find them on clearance. Like I say, always shop toward the end or after the season. Buy them on clearance for next year. So that's what these are. They do have them this year again. And what I'm going to do first, I'm not going to use these right now, but I'm going to show you what I'm going to do for them. So, like I said, I have a little bin down here. And as I cut my stems, see how there's, like this is a partially used bush. There's always those extra stems. I put them down here so I can use them. These were some items I did at Christmas, so I have these little stems left. And I'm going to put the eggs on the stem. So you guys, don't think you got to go in the floral aisle and buy a spray that has these all over it. Very, very expensive to do florals that way. Just buy the little bulk Easter eggs, put a stem on them. They're styrofoam. Just stick it right in there, put a little glue, you're good to go. So that's what I'm going to do now. Let's just get these stemmed up. And see, it just pushes right in. So I start my hole, push it in, take this back out, add a little glue, just put the tip right in there and push it, and then reinsert your stem or your stick. You can use skewers like what you cook with to make shish kebabs. You can use, I like just using the extra stems that I cut off when I'm doing my florals. But look at that. So now, this is another reason I like to do this. This one, I'm going to have them cascade out. You can always just glue an egg into your design, but you guys, you're going to have to just glue it into the flowers, and it has to grab the flowers to be glued in. This, look at, now I can bend this and I can have it cascade over the top of my design. So that's why it's always nice to put your own stem on, because then you can bend it any which way you want. You're not stuck relying on the other greens or flowers to glue it in. So I'm going to go ahead and, I don't know which way I need this one pointed yet, but I'm going to go ahead and glue these all in so that they have time to dry before I need them. So again, we're just going to push it into the bottom. And it even can be in the side a little bit. It doesn't have to be square on the bottom. Mine are offset a little bit, which is fine. Still works. So let me push a little glue in there. Right like that. Ta-da! And then we'll let them dry. I'm going to use 3 today. I have more out. I don't know. We might use more. We'll see. But I love taking all these novelty items that you put in your arrangement. Like I've said before, in the fall, the pumpkins that are all foam. Don't buy them on a stick or in a spray. Just stick a little stick of them. You can turn them into your own stem. Add the stem yourself. A lot less expensive. Okay, so we'll push that one in there. So those 3 are ready to go. We're going to let them dry while we start to build this. Let's see, I see comments coming up. Yoli, hi! Yoli, good friend of mine. I saw her last night at dinner. Dinner was excellent, by the way. It was so good. You also save leftover flower stems and use them to, yes, you can use them to elongate. Kathy, that's perfect. Yes, and you can use them to elongate. Let me show you that too, because that is an excellent. And you know what? I probably will be doing it when I do these. But if this is too short, okay, like I want this to spill over, there's not a lot of room for spill here. This is a kind of a shorter stem, but I can take another stem, the same one, add it together, and then you wrap it with floral tape. So you literally tape it. If you get this tape and you are not familiar with it, you stretch it as you wrap it, and that kind of releases the sticky. And then you just twirl it and wrap it down. So we'll do that in a minute when we're getting ready to. But yes, save all your stems. You can elongate items like this. If, let's say, there's a pick of flowers you're using, and these individual stems are not long enough, you can elongate that. All different kinds of ways. So don't think that because you have a tall vase or container that you have to buy the huge stems that are like $10 to $20 each or more. Buy the little ones, make them longer. Kathy, that was a great tip, great tip. And a lot of this stuff, you know, I've been doing florals for so long, we do it automatically. And I think, oh yeah, they probably don't know how to do that. So thank you. If you guys think of any other tips I haven't covered, bring them up, because I am on autopilot. A lot of times I don't think about it. I just do it. So put that back over there. Also, we're going to add some magnolia leaves to this. This you could absolutely elongate too. This might end up being a little bit too short. These, I talk about these all the time. Let me grab one here. These are the bushes from Hobby Lobby. I use them year round. It doesn't matter what season. Even fall, where everything is brown, I like to add the green. And a lot of people are like, oh, you're going to add green to fall? It's too deep. It's too brilliant. No, do you know that if you add the deep to fall, it makes everything pop a little bit more? So it's a great accent color. So we'll be using these. This is the most economical way to buy these. They sell stems with the magnolia leaves, but they're expensive. So this whole bush is $20. Now I'm a little bummed at Hobby Lobby because they used to be 50% off every other week, and now 40. Yeah, they got away from doing the 50% off. Now it's 40%, which is a bummer. Luckily, I stocked up a bunch before their 40% went away. So I have a couple bins of these, but still a great deal at 40% off. But their coupon went away, and then 50% off is gone. I'm just like, oh. So a lot of times with Hobby Lobby, I do buy a lot from Hobby Lobby. I shop seasonal first, because sometimes they'll sneak things with a seasonal tag in to seasonal that they also sell in there every day. So you got to check if it's something that's in both, it'll be 50% off eventually in seasonal. So anyway, we'll be using some of these to accent at the end. But I just take the bush and I cut it all down. So love, love, love that. Okay, let's get going. We're going to start with some length. Look at these, you guys. Okay, I told you, I kind of like hinted that Michaels was having that big sale, buy 2, get 3 free. Oh my gosh, really? 5 for the price of 2. This was one of the stems. It was a lot longer. I cut off the end just to make it easier today. But look at all the individual stems on this guy, right? And I don't have one with the tag on, but I think this was just a few dollars. By the time you did 5 for the price of 2 on their sale, it was not that much money. So bought a bunch of these. So we're going to start this to create our height, but I'm going to cut it apart. So because I do not want it all clumped together. So, and like I said, when you're looking for your stems, look for stems that have multiple branches on it. You get more bang for your buck. So we're going to cut this apart. And we might leave this one longer. So when you cut that T off, one will be longer and shorter, but now you have 2 stems, right? So it's a good thing. So I'm going to swivel this back and forth to show you. I don't have my Lazy Susan, but I don't have it out. But he's a little bit heavy to put on something like that. So we're going to offset it because I don't want to cover his face, right? We don't want to do this. But I do want it big and grand. Even though this is a little basket, don't think you have to stay tight to the basket. You can if you want, but I'm going to make this bigger. So let me show you. So I'm going to push that to the left. Right like that. Looks like he's smelling that leaf there. That'll ship. We'll probably bend it. There we go. Get it out of his way. Then we'll take another one. So when you see these containers at the home goods stores, like Home Goods, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, don't be intimidated by the container, you guys. These are so fun to do. So, so fun. I love novelty containers. My absolute favorite. Okay, so we're going to kind of do this offset like that. We have one coming out to the side. And then let me cut this one down. So this is kind of going to be our backdrop. One there. Let me get these 2 in and I'll turn it around for you. And one to the right. Now, another way to lengthen is you add more than one pick. I could wrap this, but I'm not going to take the time on a live. But you can add, if you have the stemming machine, just add more than one and it lengthens it. Just a little bit, which I'm doing here. So, now that I have that done, I'll slip a little. So, and I'm going to lengthen this just a little bit. You know, you get going and you're like, it needs to be a little longer. Just take it back out and reinsert it. Okay. So, now that I have those like this, see these 2 coming out? I'm going to bend them down a little bit because I don't want everything sticking straight up. I want some things to drape a little bit. So we're going to make that happen. Just a little bit like that. And on this side over here. Love the look when it drapes over the side. You know, when you look at plants, and this is my reference when I'm thinking about building something, how do plants grow in nature? I like the garden look, as you can tell behind me. That's my style. I like a lot of whimsy things, but I like things to look natural, right? Like they're fresh. These, I love the variegated leaves on these stems from Michaels, but they look real. They're variegated and the different size leaves, they just look really good. Now, you get up on them, yeah, they're artificial, but look at that, they're great. I see words popping up here. Yeah, Kathy, definitely. Kathy adds a little bit of glue when she's wrapping it with that tape. So, yes, So someone, well, actually a few people messaged me that they went to their Michaels and couldn't find the stems I had. Maybe I'll do a live tomorrow. I will hold all those stems up one by one and give you the numbers. I'll just hold it up so you can, take it down. But mine, a lot of them were hidden. Like there's some greens that I don't care for there. They don't look real enough for me. And then I pull them aside and start digging, and good ones were there. So you really have to dig in that seasonal section. If you can't find them, because I don't think every Michaels gets everything identical in, you can always order them online. And I was looking, and most of these items are online. So tomorrow maybe we'll do a live just on greens, and I'll show you what I got. Because let me tell you, they were beautiful this year. Michaels knocked it out of the park. And then I looked at Hobby Lobby. Their prices are edging up a little bit. So Michaels, I think this spring had them beat. So that's my take anyway. Okay, so let me turn this around, see how we're doing here. So we've got these coming up and out. And I might bend these back, just like backwards just a little bit. But so there's kind of like our frame for what we're doing, okay? So now I want to put some of these. This is just like, okay, don't always think stems, you guys. Go to where they sell the bushes. These were Michaels. These were last year. I bought them on clearance, like I said. But, they'll sell these little bushes of greenery. These are excellent. Look at all the different pieces. We're going to put these, or cut these apart to put these in. Because I want this to look like, this is going to go on my porch, like I have fresh greens and flowers growing. So think outside the stem and go to the greenery aisles. Okay, so in spring, they have a separate section, and this year they have like terrariums, all kinds of different things like that. They sell all their mosses and their mushrooms and different things. This is where you'll find these bushes. I didn't see this one this year, but they have others that are so awesome. So, and I think right now they're 40% off. So, and if you haven't already, get on Michaels. Look, I'm plugging Michaels today. This should be a Michaels live. So get on their website and sign up for an account. You'd be amazed at all the coupons. And like, I'll get busy and I won't go there for a while, and they'll just send me a coupon. Here's 25% off everything, including sale. So they'll throw you a coupon to get you back in. So that you won't normally get if you're not on their website and you don't join. Or not join, just create a little account or whatever. Worth it, you guys. Very much worth it. So sometimes I'll delay going in there, even though I can just go in there and browse, just so I get a coupon. And then when you actually check out, sometimes there's coupons on your receipt. So anyway, good little tips there. Okay, we're just going to cut all of these off really quick. And this one, I believe when I bought these were see, this little bush was $19.99. Do you notice that too? I did not pay $19.99. I got these when they were like 70% off. But do you notice that prices everywhere, like Michaels and Hobby Lobby, are inching up, and then it comes down to the normal price at sale? So there are things like that you got to be careful for. I look for the deals. I got to have a deal. So anyway, but I do notice these are higher. Inflation everywhere, even in crafts. Geez, people, give a crafter a break, right? Okay, so we have some of the longer ones, and then there's shorter ones. So I'm going to add some of these. Same thing, we're going to drape some of these out the front. So let's go ahead and do that. This is the tallest one we have. So we're going to come right in the middle here. And then we're going to just drape them. I need to come forward on that foam so that I can. And then what I do, when I go to drape, you guys, take your stem, bring it to the edge, and then push it over. Just use the edge of the container to bend your stem, and it helps it drape really easy. But we want this to look wild and crazy, which it is. It will. And then maybe this one doesn't drape quite as much. Maybe this one stays up a little bit, like they grow in nature. Not everything grows together. Wow, it's really downpouring right now. So see how One is draped up, one is draped down. Okay, let's turn this guy around. We have another piece, so let's come back here. And not everything's going to be the same length, the same level. Again, like in nature. So, okay, another point. As I'm putting this down, do you see how the bottom greens kind of disappear? Once I push this down, we're going to lose a couple leaves. Always look for the stems that you can push your leaves up so they don't disappear in the container. Keeps the bottom where the foam is open so you can get more stems in, and then it makes your leaves show. You paid for them, you want them to show. So we'll just push those up a little bit because they were a little too far down. And I'm going to give it a slight little bend so it goes out to that side. Right like that. Okay, here's another one. I'm going to push him up, bring him around. And we need one kind of right in the middle back here. Right in front of him. I'm kind of hiding his little paws in front, but that's okay. So there's our greenery. So we kind of went in threes. We have one in the middle, two on the outside. I have a couple more. And we don't want to neglect back here, you guys, because depending on where you display this, I may even put this on my kitchen island because it's so cute. But we want to have a little bit of ivy trailing out toward the back too, because if someone comes from the side and sees this, you don't want this to be plain or have big holes in it. So we're going to use a couple of these small pieces for that. And I may have to lengthen these a little bit because they are a little bit short, but that's okay. I'm going to use my sewing machine to do that. So I'm adding 3, and that should do it. So see how that lengthened it up? See, and now when I put it in, it's not going to be buried. So I can put it in, push the leaves up a little bit, and I'm going to bring this over the side, coming down. That's what we're looking for. So see how that comes out the back, and it kind of creates a little bit of whimsy back here. It doesn't like just go straight and then drop off into the container. You want it growing out from all angles, just like when plants grow, they're going to find the places that they can shoot out. So we're going to do the same thing to this side. See the difference now? If you look over here, it's just flat. So we want something to trail out over there. So let's do that again. And we're going to add 3. This machine, you guys, invest in one if you're going to be doing a lot of florals. It's the best. Okay, so I'm going to push this guy in. Use the side of the container. Turn it around. So there he is. And then we're going to slightly bend it down. Like that. Use the container to help it kind of drape. You're in the way, Mr. Rabbit. He's in the way. He's just in my way. Okay. A little bit more. Look how cute that is. Love it. Okay. So we have one more piece. And I think what we're going to do with this is put this aside because always when you're done, like these will shift, etc. I'll have a place where I need this green again, and that's when I'll put it in. So we're going to set that aside. Okay, let's see. Any questions so far? Yeah, Kathy, I have 2 turntables, but he is so heavy. And he's so tall, I'm like, I don't want to put him on, and I'm afraid. He's like concrete, you know. He's a lighter concrete, but I just don't want to try the turntable. He was a great find. My internet is off and on. I believe it. Let me check a second because Bob's home and make sure he's not on it because he'll grab bandwidth away from me. I'll be right back. Take me 20 seconds, but the weather's super bad today, so if I'm cutting in and out, I'm sorry. It is like storming outside. So hold on just a second. Don't go anywhere. Bob? hopefully that's better. You guys keep me informed, let me know. Okay, so let's turn him back around. And now I'm going to add some of this. This is like a eucalyptus from Hobby Lobby again. It's a bush in their bush aisle. They carry these year round. I love them for fillers, you guys. There are so many stems. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 stems on this. This is my go-to for all arrangements. At the time I bought it, it was $16.99 and half off. Like I said, I buy in bulk, so I'll go and I'll fill up a cart. So I haven't bought any since the prices went up. I don't know what these are now. I'll have to check it out. Maybe I'll do a live from Hobby Lobby. I think I'm going there later today because I need a couple things. But they're still a good deal. I mean, even at 40% off, you know, $16.99, $17. These were $8.50 when I bought them, but you got to figure 11 stems, not even $1 a stem. Great filler. So let's cut some of these apart. But what I like to do when I'm doing an arrangement like this is use at least 3 different kinds of greens. I'm actually going to have some fern in this too, but it just is, it gives it a depth that you can't get if you only use one kind of greenery. So you guys, use several kinds, and not just different kinds. I want you to look at the height, the size of the leaf, the colors should be different, and the texture. All 3 of these have different texture. So they're all pretty much variegated, which means the colors go from light to dark on one leaf. But you want to look at that. You want the different textures, colors, and sizes. That adds interest. This again, when I cut this off, it has the little tiny pieces on the stem that you can shoot up toward the top. So that's more bang for your buck, because this that's going in the container, I want this to go into the container and not hold the leaves and have the leaves disappear. So push them to the top and they'll show. So we're going to add some of this. This is a little long, so I'll cut it a little bit. And I'll show you what we're going to do. So we're just going to add a few of these, and I'll show you the difference. See, I just lifted up on that, and it really grabs it with that metal pick, and it dislodged my foam. I just push it back in. But see the difference when you add just a piece of that right here, the eucalyptus? Such a good look. So I have a couple more we're going to add before we start adding flowers. Look how easy this arrangement is, you guys. It's going to look like you went to a major boutique. Easy, easy, easy peasy. So we're going to come out on this side with it. I'm adding a little bit of a half moon bend on this because I don't want these all straight up and down. I want this to come out to the side a little bit. Right like that. Another piece, I'm pushing them up. See where I need this piece? I'm going to come out this side. I'm bringing this more forward in front. So this last piece is a little bit camouflaged between the other greens. It's just barely peeking out, but it's a good look. Good look. Let's get a few more pieces. Don't need a lot of this, just a few. Push them up. I'm going to bring one, so back here again where I put that, we need something here. There's a hole, so that's where this is going to go, and it's going to bridge that gap. Hole be gone. See how that just took away that big hole? Okay, and one more. Let's see if I need one on that side. I think I do. So I kind of work back and forth. What I do to one side, I do to the other side. And that way I'm not at the end really trying to spin it and find all my holes. It's like if I've got a hole on that side, I've got it on this side. Even though this isn't completely symmetrical, it does have the balance that you need. So we're not going to end up lopsided, but it kind of keeps me looking in the same places even though they're not the same height, but see, I covered up that little hole there. So you want balance. You don't want a ton of blooms on the left and not as many on the right. We're distributing them, even though they're different heights. You have the same density. So you've got to keep going back and forth and looking at what you're doing. Okay, I'm going to bend this down a little bit. That's looking pretty good. So I'm going to set this aside for now. And let's add some blooms. You guys, look at these. Are those pretty? They scream Easter. So these I bought a few years ago, I have to admit. But you can still find similar. These used to be on the wedding aisle at Michael's. They don't have them there anymore. But I did notice, do I have any in here? No. I bought a bunch of these and I'll show you on future lives coming up in the next week. I've seen little bundles like this at Hobby Lobby, at Home Goods, TJ Maxx. They have them and they're actually bigger bundles than this. But they're the Real Touch, so these feel like real petals and they have these long green stems. They're meant to be little bouquets. I mean, you could even use these in weddings, right? But I cut them apart and use them in the arrangements. They're so pretty, you guys. So make sure you check at your TJ Maxx, Hobby Lobby. Look in those buckets of flowers that are in the home decor area because you'll find some real finds in there. These are perfect for Easter designs. So I had bought a bunch of these though. When they did sell in Michael's, I could use a coupon and go in and make them a little bit affordable, but I don't see them anymore. I haven't seen them in probably since before COVID. That's probably when I bought these. I bought a bunch for a class and then that was it. But I have a few left, just a few. If I can get this ribbon off, it'd really help. Let me see if I can just pull them out. There we go. So I love these. Look at the buds. Look how cute. Love, love, love these. Okay. At the time, this little bundle was $15, but I think I got 40% off. Or I wouldn't have bought it because otherwise that's super, super expensive. But the quality of these are amazing. Okay. So, and even the stem looks real. These are called Real Touch. And I believe you can find these even on Amazon. Yes, I'm working on my Amazon store, so I can just go to my store and you'll find it. You don't have to search. So these are amazing. So we're going to start adding some of these. And I'm going to pick to them. These would be probably a little too flimsy to push right into the foam because that styrofoam is so hard. So you're going to want to wire these with a wood pick if you don't have a stemming machine. But let's go ahead and add some. These are so cute. Look at these flowers. Look at those flowers. They look fresh. And that's what we're going for. We're going for the fresh look. I want people to walk up on my porch and go, is that a real? Are those real? That's what you're looking for. Okay, I'm going to put one down here. So remember, we want them to kind of come out. Now, what I like about this, move that guy over. So I have this coming out, but what I did is I bent it down to come out. Let me pull this down. And then at the end, I bend it up. So you bend the stem down and then the stem up. So like a little S-curve so that your flower will be pointing up, especially in a design like this because this is going to be probably on the ground next to a bench. So I need to make sure that your blooms are pointing up so people see them when they approach it. So there's that little guy. Look how cute they are. Okay. And I can see we're going to have to add a little more green in the middle. So it is it still glitching, you guys? Are you still seeing some glitches? I hope it records without, because I will put this for replay. You guys can always watch it again later. But that's such a bummer. It's such a bad weather day. But Bob left, so he's not here. So it is purely the weather. Okay, get this guy in there. Okay, so I've got 3 now. Like that. Look how cute. And the 2 blooms, these little buds. Oh my gosh, so adorable. Okay, we're going to have one of these over here. So I kind of try to alternate my colors. Where the lighter bloom is, over here, I have a darker bud. And where the darker is, I have lighter. So I kind of mix them up. Now, probably you should keep dark and light together because that's probably how they grow, but we're not doing that. We're kind of doing our own thing. So this is going to go right in the middle here. Kind of in the middle. I don't want everything in a row, honestly. So we're just going to have like groups like this. So I have 3 and 2. Okay? So we have, which side is that? I can't see. 2 on this side, 3 on this side. Okay? Nope, 3 and 2. Yeah. So we have 3 coming down here. Here's the third one. 2 on that side. And then we're going to add the Easter eggs. But first we want to put a little bit of this. This is another bundle. Have you guys seen the little bundle of flowers at Michael's? And I think they were $5 last week. They're normally 10. They're $9.99. They had them on sale. Well, let me tell you, after the season, they never sell out. People don't buy these a lot, so you can always get these on clearance. Watch, this year you won't be able to, but I usually don't have any problem finding these on clearance. But here's why I like them. So here's the bundle, but look when you take it apart. Look at these little pieces of hydrangea. Perfect for little projects too. But look at this. You get 3 little pieces, but put them together and look at the little bloom. Is that not cute? And they look real. So, and then you have all the other little roses that you can use. So what I'm going to do, I am not going to split these up. I'm going to keep them together. I got tape on my hands, and I'm going to see if I can get these all together in a pick. We'll see. It might be a little thick, but we're going to try. If not, I can pick them individually and just put them in really tight. I think we're going to have to do 2 in 1. A little bit too thick. But these stems squish pretty easily onto a pick, because they're so flexible. But now what we can do is just put them into the arrangement very close together. But I think we need a little hydrangea in there. I think it'll be cute. Let's do one first. These are going a little bit more recessed too. A little bit further in. Because like I said, things don't always grow at the same level. So see how that's a little more recessed, makes it look real. Okay, let's see. Kathy Lipsky. Hi, Kathy. Kathy's on too. I like that we got a few guys on right now. Okay, so let me turn that around now. See if we're done with our blooms. And now I can adjust. So see how this guy is sticking like straight up and out? I'm going to bend him down a little bit. He's a little bit too straight up and down. I want him to cascade a little bit more. Like he's growing down out of the vase. Okay. And when you're bending your stems, make it a gradual bend. Don't make it sharp because it won't look natural. You know how vines grow? They just kind of like curve up and down, up and down? That's what you want to do. So I want this to curve down and then up at the very end. So again, like an S curve on your little stem. Right like that. Ta-da! Okay. So next, we're going to add some of these guys. This is a partial bush. You guys, okay, let's talk about this. This is Hobby Lobby. They had these in the wedding aisle. They discontinued them and it was on clearance. This whole bush, okay, let me show you a full one, because this one I've used. I got them in a basket down here. Here's a full one. Look at all the blooms on these, okay? You can check your Hobby Lobby, see if they have any more. But this bush was normally $12. I got this, here's my red tag, $2.99. $2.99 for the whole bush. So I love it. I have a whole big basket of them. I'm going to accent them and everything spring. So check the different aisles. Don't just stick to stems or seasonal. Check wedding too, because they do have clearances now and then. And they don't put the clearance for wedding in the other big clearance aisles where they put everything. They keep it in wedding, so at least mine does. So let me cut a few of these off. And I like this bush too because it has the large blooms and it has buds, which are so pretty. Look at the little buds, right? So how sweet is that? So I'm going to pick these two together and put them in, because I think we need a little bit of white in here. Okay, and then I'm going to bend this down just a little. This doesn't have wire all the way to the end, only till about here, but there's enough where I can bend it, which is nice. And that's on both of these, so, because I want some of these coming out the front. Look how that brightens it up, you guys. Just a little touch of white. We're not going to put a ton of these in, just a touch here and there. Grab a bud. A flower, you guys. A flower. Get your mind out of the gutter. I'm not grabbing a bud. I'm grabbing a bloom. Okay. Oh. These are a little bit tougher. Okay, turn it around. Now, the sides, a lot of green going on. And we don't have any more of these to put back here, so let's add a little bit of white to the side. Remember we covered the hole with the greenery? Well, let's do the same with a little bit of a bloom. Look how cute that looks peeking out the side right there. So don't neglect your sides. And I'm going to put one over here. Okay, so now I got it peeking out on both sides, right like that. And here's my front. We're getting there. What do you guys think so far? Are you liking it? Okay. But I want to add a little bit of this fern. Just because. I love the look, and I know I have a lot of greenery in there, but I just want this to look like it's exploding in the spring. So we're going to add just a little bit of this here and there. And I may have to use the longer stem. Let's see. We're going to come up right here under these flowers. You see how it's kind of bare down here? And this is just going to kind of frame the bottom of it. Let's see. Juanita, the bunny is Home Goods. This was Home Goods. I've seen them in Home Goods and TJ Maxx. I don't have a Marshall, so I don't know, but it's like a Home Goods bunny. And I think he was only 59 bucks, which is a deal. Such a deal. So let me know if you guys find more of them, because I just think he is fantastic. So I'm going to put one of these there. Let me see if I can, you know what, where's one of those stems? I'm going to try to lengthen this, because I know it's not long enough, and I'll show you with this tape. I'm going to cut the old tape off, because it's been sitting like that. We're going to do what Kathy said, add a little bit of glue, and then start our tape. But yeah, we definitely want to lengthen this guy. Not the old piece. Okay. So when you work with this tape, when you get it started, so you get it started, and what you're going to want to do is pull it and twist. Pull and twist. When you pull it, it kind of activates the stickiness. And I'm going to go over the same area, especially where I started this. I'm going to go over it several times. I'm not going to move down until I get a pretty good seal on that top. Then I'll start twisting and I'll move down the stem. This is how you lengthen anything. See, even a little stem of fern. Let's go all the way down. Get it to the very end. And I'm going to go beyond the original stem. Keep going first, and where they actually meet the end of the fern stem, I'm going to do 4 or 5 turns there, and then go beyond it a little bit. And I'm stretching as I do this. You can't see, but I am stretching. Okay, get so far, cut, and let's add another little dot of glue to make sure. This floral tape is old. I've had it for a while, so sometimes it's not as effective. So we'll just add a little glue to the bottom of that. See how long that is now? Started out, this was the length right here. So all this was just added. That's all you do. Go buy a little roll of this. They sell it at all the craft stores. Okay, so let's get this guy in here. I'm not going to need that long. Now I have to cut it a little bit off, but it got me where I needed to be. And then of course we can bend it now, because I need it to bend down a little bit. We're going to put it up under this. So when you go to put something underneath something, when you're this far along in the arrangement, don't feel like you can't lift up. I'm going to push this all back so I can get in there. Just push it back with your arm and your hand, and then push it in. Not a big deal. So that's what I'm doing now. But I love this greenery. Oh my gosh, this fern looks real. And that's just going to drape with all the others. And I'm going to spread it out a little bit. Check out that look. So it just kind of frames the bottom of this arrangement. We have one more, and I think that's going to go up high because I have a little bit element of it there. I want a little bit element of it over here. I just like it in more than one area of the arrangement. So this should be about right. Turn this around and get this in here. This really makes it look fresh. We're going for that fresh garden look. So this is going to come in behind and add that little plume that we need. I got to find a free space in the foam. Sometimes you go to push in, you'll hit other stems, so just pull it back out and reinsert it. But I love how that looks. So now we have a little bit up here, peeking out on top, peeking out on the bottom over there. All right, let me check it out. I think I need one more of these. We need some white right in the middle. So let's try that. And I'm thinking we may not even need the magnolia leaves. It might be too heavy. I think we're going to leave those out. Sometimes you get doing your project and you're like, yeah, no, I don't need that. You might just take it over the top where it's just too much. It's hard to know when to stop. Does anyone else do that? Okay, I should stop now. This is good. But we still have to add the Easter eggs. Because even though this is like a fresh garden arrangement, I want that little bit of whimsy in here. It will look nice. Let's see. I need to lengthen this. Definitely not long enough. And let's do one more. So yeah, my Valentine's is still up all over my house. I need to take some pictures. I did above my cabinets and everything. Everything I'm doing now, like the tutorials I'm going to do for you guys in the next couple of weeks, are going to be preparing for after February. I'll probably start switching over after Valentine's Day because I have some home workshops coming up that are Easter and spring, so I don't want them to have to look at Valentine's Day through the end of February, but we're getting there. So, but it takes me a while to get all this stuff ready, so I start early. Okay, so we have a little group of that, and now that I've done that, Okay, that other little piece of white looks nice, but I think I need another piece of green right here. I'm not trying to cover the bunny, but I see holes. It's like, you can tell where, needs a little bit more right there. It'll make it look better. Not a lot, and I like that these are thin. The top just flew off, or was that off? No, that was off another piece. So, and then we'll add our eggs. One little piece back here. And one more of these little guys. So I'm putting in that piece I saved. And I'll show you before I actually put it into the arrangement. So if you look, there goes my egg. It's a little bit heavy here, but it's light here. And I think I need one more piece of this just to make this look right. Let me show you. Because I can see this stem and that eucalyptus stem, and then it just goes flat. So we're going to add one more piece of this. And that fills in nicely. There we go. I like it. I'm going to pull some of these ferns forward because they're all clumped together. These stems in the fern actually bend, so you can pull them throughout your arrangement. Put them in one place, but then bend them down. So I'm bending some forward and some backwards, just so it kind of drapes over the arrangement a little bit. Nice. Okay, so I think we're good with blooms now. And greenery. We're going to go on to the eggs. What do you guys think so far? Not too bad, right? Not too hard. Just break it down into the different stages. It's an easy peasy arrangement. Okay, so let's add some of those eggs. One of them took a nosedive, so let me grab it. So we're going to do 3 to start, but I think that's all we need. So I'm going to lengthen this blue one a little bit. Right off. Wait, let's see. Actually, it's green. Did I grab a blue one? I meant to grab a green one. The stem I put on it so little it keeps coming out of the pick. So let's try this again. Push really hard. There we go. Okay, so I've lengthened it. Again, I'm going to lift up in front, and this is going to come right out the front here. And then we're going to bend it down, and then what I'll probably do, we can bend it down and up just like the other blooms, is we're going to bring some of the ivy around it so you don't notice the stem that I put on the egg, okay? So I'm kind of pushing not the ivy, the fern, but check this out, you guys. So we have one, it looks funny with one, we're going to add more, but see how you can have them cascading out of the basket? So cute. Let me add some more, because we're going to do a little cluster of them. And the third one. I'll get them in and turn them around. I'm just putting a cluster of 3, because even though it looks like a fresh arrangement, we want that Easter whimsy in here. And you can do it, just add little stems to your little eggs. Okay, and then you can bend them. This one's giving me heck. There we go. I moved him up just a little bit. Okay, there you go. With the little eggs in. Isn't that cute? So just a few little eggs cascading out of the top. And there you have it, you guys. What do you think? We didn't even add, like, we've had all these left over, but I think less is more in this case. So we added the eggs, we have the few blooms, but adding different ferns and with the greens, everything, it just makes it look fresh, like it grew here, right? What do you guys think? Do you like it? Yay, Kathy! Kathy likes it. I hope you guys try this. So check out your local home stores and find these little bunnies. This is a big one, but you can do a miniature version. And I think I have some more, and I have some birds that have the little pockets in them. So we'll do some of those in the next couple weeks. But easy, easy, easy. We've been on for an hour. Took us an hour, but that's because I'm just explaining everything, and I like to talk as usual. So Rita, thank you. So find these guys, because you can make them look like $1 million. And I don't know, the more I look at this, I hate to put it outside. This might go on my island for Easter. I have a big wicker basket. I might set him in it, and usually I do some kind of a, like last year, if you look back in my videos, I did one with a big basket of blooms, and I actually tiered bunnies on trays. But this guy could just stand alone, so anyway, I put a big round basket tray, and then I usually fill it with Easter candy, and the kids graze all season long. So I think that's where he's going. When I get him on there, I will shoot you guys a picture. I'll do a still of this later today, though, when I'm caught up. Oh, also, we have all of the February classes are about to be released. I'm working on them. That heart back there is for tomorrow, so we have a class here at my house tomorrow, a workshop. And we have got some good ones coming up for spring. I'm really excited. So I'm working on those, so you guys will see those in the next couple of days. And the next live, I believe, will be Sunday, if you guys want to join me on Sunday. And will probably be afternoon because of church. So we'll see you Sunday. Let's say, I'm trying to think what's going on Sunday. Let's do 2 o'clock Sunday. And I'll bring you another one because I've got a lot of ideas for spring. Really excited about it. Anyway, thanks for joining me, you guys. If there were too many hiccups, I'm going to post this so you guys can watch it on replay, and which is also good too, because if you end up finding any type of a container like this that has the little basket, I mean, they have the dogs with baskets in the front, all kinds of different animals. Watch my video and you can pause it and do it step by step. So I hope this helped. You guys, make it a great day. Thank you for taking time out of your day to watch me. That is just like warms my heart. And remember, follow me, like this, comment on this. If you liked it, comment. A lot of you already are. And share. Again, I'm trying to get pushed out on Facebook. I think I was looking at some of my stats, and I have almost 10,000 followers. They're averaging, pushing me out to 500 people. So I'm hoping to increase that. We're going to do some more lives, but I don't know what else to do. It's like I'm doing what I can, so hopefully the lives will help. But I wish they would show it to more of my followers. But I have a lot of friends that are followers. They're like, yeah, we didn't see that. And then they go to my page and they see it. So also, we're going to end up pushing these to a YouTube channel, so it'll be there anytime. You don't have to try to look through Facebook to find it. So maybe Facebook hears me say that and they're like, but anyway, so just so that you can watch whenever you want. So anyway, thank you for watching. You guys, make it a great day. It's pouring here, but we're going to have some fun. We're crafting, so how bad could it be? So we'll see you guys on Sunday, 2 p.m. Bye now. Have a great day.